Hi, myself is Chandan Rat. I am the Senior Sales Director for Arete IR India, and I take care of APAC and Middle East sales for Arete IR from last 2.5 years. So Arete excels in incident response, specializing in swift and expert remediation of cyber incidents such as ransomware, business email compromises, and ransomware payments and ransomware negotiation. So coming to the APAC business in Arete, we did a lot of significant amount of response and significant amount of growth in MSS business. In MSS business, primarily we do MDR and SOC services as a primary service or primary offering to the client by leveraging SentinelOne platform or by leveraging SentinelOne's tool. We provide world-class SOC services, which is in line to Indian ecosystem and Indian customers, especially to the manufacturing clients, banking clients, or most of this insurance and a lot of retail clients. And we have so far has done 10,500 clients globally, and India and APAC would be around roughly 300 to 400 clients. So to really capitalize the momentum of sales growth or the sales achievement which is happening, we needed a resilient and strong sales team for our each and every region. So basically, that growth, what we would like to bring to the organization as a Arete being a frontliner for cybersecurity services. We, in the first place, we thought, why can't we bring a regional owners or regional sales leaders. So we thought of this plan to bring somebody who has a more maturity of understanding the region, rather than doing only hunting or rather than doing as a sales. He or she should have more relevant knowledge in terms of handling as a region as a regional leader. So one of the biggest challenge we used to face, I would say a couple of months back, or specifically last year, that we are always facing challenge to find the right candidate for the for the specific roles. Whenever we found those candidate, the candidate either has a lack of knowledge on cybersecurity, or those were not relevant to the industry what exactly we are trying to do. The most important out of all this is that although they have an industry experience, or although they have veteran in this industry, or they have quite a few technical knowledge, but those technical knowledge were not in line to our organization objectives. And when we hired those candidates, sooner or later we realized those candidates were never fit into our cultural organization culture, or those were never relevant to our industry, or those were never useful to our product and services. And those were the biggest challenge, and we see a lot of dropouts. We have seen a lot of fail in terms of finding the right guy. And I have seen very few really has a hands-on experience in those line of area like NDR or EDR, or I would say the SIM/SOC services, or basically the knowledge what they used to have is outdated. So that was the roadblock. Since I would say the couple of months ago, we were really facing challenges in terms of building in the resilient sales. So in terms of looking the right candidate, we were primarily looking for a regional sales leader, regional sales manager, who could really stitch their cybersecurity stories or cybersecurity services, or being a prime enabler for Arete to bring a lot of stories to in line with our DFR-backed services. So those ideally, those candidates should have a fair amount of knowledge to bring a lot of insight or instill in customers' mind. That is the primary objective. And beyond that, we need a pure sales experience guy who doesn't do only farming business, more into the hunting part of it, the hunting story, and more of the focus should be identifying a brownfield opportunities rather than looking for an existing set of account within the organization. And we're looking for a person who will be consultative salesperson rather than doing the stereotype sales. So that was the another primary objective which we were looking for a sales leader to be defined as a regional sales leader, and of course he or the candidate should have more relevant experience in those in line to our services. So that was the primary objective of finding those sales roles. So given the nature of our business, or I would say, of course, we are into the niche product, and it is not something it's according to the industry standard, because we do a lot of tailor-made customized services based on customer requirement, and we stitch to the product based on their requirement. Hence, we need the sales guy to become more of a consultative approach rather than having more stereotype sales. And for that we need a partner or a agency to have those kind of vision, those kind of focused approach to bring into our ecosystem. And we had multiple agencies in the past who were helping us giving the right candidates and resume, but somehow I have those gap of feelings that those were not meeting our targets, or those candidate doesn't have a real depth of cybersecurity experience. Even though they have cybersecurity experience, they have a very limited understanding of convert into pipeline or business, and that was hampering because we were in our urgency to hire people, and we hired it as a checklist, but eventually it is not become our part of growth story. And then we decided to be partner with Sales and Profit, and I think this is our 5th or 6th months, and the most important thing is that they understood our core business, they really understood our pain area, they understood our service offering, and most importantly they were not doing this traditional hunting of keyword search, which was never the case, because finding on the basis of keyword search were not able to find the real talent, because those keyword search may give you the relevant experience, but the real depth of the candidate's interest or the knowledge was always missing. And another thing is very important, so they used to do the pre-screening of those candidates before they sending to us, and not only that, those pre-screening is not a ordinary pre-screening. Those pre-screening has saved a lot of time, and this also gave high quality profiles of those candidates. So what stood out as a different is that the ability to bring the pre-screening of those candidates and the real talents. So it saved a lot of time and a lot of energy of both the side of it, because as I told before, I keep traveling. I have a lot of regions to handle, so I don't have time to see each and every candidate's profile one by one. Hence, I felt that by doing this pre-screening, I got a high quality profiles, and overall the experience with Sales and Profit was excellent, and that the kind of accuracy on those candidates was highly relevant and highly to the organization requirement, and they were professional and having a very good amount of experience, and which I thought a couple of months ago that those kind of candidates I'm looking for my team, and finally they helped us to bring with real value, with real amount of research and real amount of pre-screening activities. We finally got a good sales team. I'm hopeful that this sales team will give us a success what I am planning for upcoming financial years, and the quality and of the sales team not only improved. I think it is one of the most visionary and most highly resilient sales teams going forward. So one of the biggest improvement we saw after partnering with Sales and Profit was the quality of consistency, and especially earlier we used to struggle a lot in terms of high dropouts. Or candidates after 2 months of notice period, they reject the offers, and there are a lot of mismatched profile, right? and which slows down our growth, I would say drastically, because of this hiring process, and everybody was spending time to build the team, and which was not able to complete. And after sales and profit onboarded as a partner, those things and those commitment level has gone up, and the commitment of joining the candidate on time, and we have seen, I would say almost zero dropout in those cases. I think I'm not experienced any sort of dropout after onboarding them, and this made a huge difference in terms of building a strong and fresh sales team in both Mumbai and Delhi region. And we recently hired a few of the senior regional sales leaders for both the region, and those support and those entire commitment has made a different level of regional presence in Arete.